You know, sometimes we stop negotiating with ourselves and we just start to get to work. But what happens when we do that? That's what we're gonna talk about today, y'all. Welcome back. It is 6:20 in the morning. As you can see, it's dark out here. But guess what? I didn't negotiate with myself. We just got right to work. This is a perfect example of what we're gonna talk about today. You see, it's 6:20 in the morning. My wife leaves for work at about 6:55. I woke up at 6:10. Didn't have a topic that I wanted to talk about, but I just sat there in silence for about 5 minutes after I said my prayer, and I said, we're gonna talk about the moment when you stop negotiating with yourself. You see, I got a jam-packed day today. I got the girls all day. Because again, like I said, my daycare lady's out of town, and it's gonna be me and the kids all day. Then my wife is coming home early because I got a funeral to go to. One of my Masonic brothers' funeral passed away, so I gotta go show up and pay my last rites to him. And then I got a lodge meeting right after that, and then I have to go to work. I'm back at work. I'm no longer off for 2 days, so the grind don't stop. So then I have to tell myself, when am I gonna shoot my video? That means I'm gonna break my streak because I'm willing to say to myself, man, it's too early, it's too dark out here. Nah, I stopped negotiating with myself. It's now or never. You gotta show up for somebody out there is waiting for your video to drop. Are you gonna show up for them? Or are you just gonna lay down and just act like it don't matter? Are you not gonna keep your word to yourself? You have to decide. You have to decide right now what it's gonna be. And yeah, I rushed out the house. I didn't bring my transmitter or my mic, but hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. Hopefully, the audio's sounding okay. And I apologize, but guess what? I showed up. I didn't lay down. I didn't say, oh, it's not gonna be a video today because I'm tired and because I didn't want to do X, Y, and Z. No, I showed up for the squad. So I challenge you to stop negotiating with yourself because this ain't easy, y'all. Every day, the day in and day out, no matter what you want to do in life, some airplane, y'all. No matter what you want to do in life, it's not going to be easy. You have to ask yourself, what is it going to take for me to survive and thrive? What it's going to take? It's going to take everything that you got. It's going to take the constant negotiation and debating with yourself, whether or not you're supposed to be doing this, whether or not you want to do this, or whether or not you want to continue to do this. What is it going to take? What are you willing to suffer through? It goes back to my video yesterday. What's the price of admission? When you stop negotiating with yourself, there is no other option. There is no other option. It's either you getting down with the process or you gonna lay down about this process and you're gonna get rolled over. Which one is it gonna be? I chose me over me. I chose my future me over my current self. Because my current self wanted to negotiate all the time. But the future me is like, nah, bruh. Nah, that ain't what you told me last week. That ain't what you told me at the beginning of the new year. That ain't what you told me. So which one is it gonna be? You either are really about this change, you want to inspire the masses, or you just want to continue being stagnant and being content. Which one is it gonna be? You gotta choose one or the other. Another cart, y'all. Sorry. So with that being said, got a couple talking points that I want to bring up today. Let me get these out. See what it is. All right. The internal negotiation. Do you often realize how frequent and often that we often negotiate about the most trivial things? Oh, she came home, she walked through the door. Should I speak to her or not? She looked like she got attitude. I'm not gonna help dude out. He don't need my help. He got it all. He Mr. Know-it-all. Oh, it's only one cookie. One cookie ain't gonna hurt me. Then you eat a whole dozen. Oh, that soda juice, it's just a quick one, I just wash it down real quick. You often just go and negotiate with yourselves for no apparent reason, other than you giving yourself the option. When you take all chess pieces off the board, you have no other moves. You only can do what you want to do. People, we're giving ourselves too many options. No, you shouldn't be going on that vacation. You say, oh, okay, I'm gonna spend this my last, but then, I got another paycheck coming in, and then guess what? Your car go out. Now you sitting there looking stupid because you was negotiating with yourself. You wasn't living by your principles, your morals, your understanding, your values and ethics. No, we constantly just want to keep moving the goalposts and changing the rules for us. Like it doesn't apply to us. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. So my ask and challenge to you is, what is it going to take for you to become the best version of yourself? What is it going to take? What is it going to take? And is it going to be now or never? Which one? You have to choose one. It can't be both. It has to be one or the other. I'm doing it for me, or I'm doing it for my future self. And if you're doing it for you right now, you got to continue to battle that mind, because it's not going to be easy. Let's see what else we got here. How negotiating ends self-trust. The moment you move the goalpost and you say to yourself, man, it's just, oh, it's okay. It's doing that. Why would you trust yourself? Because you ain't going to show up for yourself. The moment that you do that, you're defying all the odds that you're going to succeed. You're changing the dynamics right in front of your eyes. And the moment that you keep doing that, you're saying to yourself, oh man, I'll get back right, or I'll try this a different day, and maybe I'll show up then for myself. No, it don't work like that. You're killing all progress that has been made in the preceding days. Are you duly and truly prepared? If you don't know the answer to that, then you got a long way to go, my friend. A long way to go. So the ask today is, when's the last time you negotiated with yourself and you won? Who's winning? The higher self or the lower self? Ask yourself that. How long has it been since you actually won the argument, the internal dialogue with who you are today versus who you want to become? When's the last time you've been the victor of that war? Going on these walks daily, it's been enlightening because it's one thing where, got a car, y'all, my bad. Hey, man, I forgot my mic. It's okay, though. No excuses. Still getting out here. I don't even know where I was just going with that. But let's go to the next point. When you stop negotiating with yourself, you stop debating, and you just do it. Word to Nike. They got the coldest slogan in forever in the world of marketing. Just do it. Like Nike. When you just do it, there's no room for debate, negotiation. You just go. You pass, go, and collect your $200 every go around. So ask yourself this. Are you just doing or are you just existing? Which one is it? A lot of people ain't got the gumption, the sheer willpower to just do it. It takes too much. It's too much to even fathom. I ain't finna be doing all that. I ain't got it in me. Blah, 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 blah. But yet, we can do everything else at the drop of a hat and not even question what it takes. Or question how it's gonna affect our outcomes. And it's almost like we just subconsciously being programmed to do it. We don't even think for ourselves. We just blindly go with the program. So tell me, how does that work? Because essentially, you're allowing yourself to be programmed, and you're not doing the programming. You're not tuning to your own TV station that you want. You're letting someone else put thoughts and dialogue into your head, right? So tell me where they do that at. Let's see here. What else we got? Ooh, it's cold, y'all. I'll tell y'all that it is cold. Let me see. What does it say? I can't. That's one thing about this light, man. I can't ever read in the dark. That's the only downfall. So, commitment is not a decision. It's a feeling. You have to feel committed. You can't just decide to be committed. You know what I mean? Decisions people just deviate from. If you feel something, it's internal. It's an internal dialogue that you have with yourself. It's a state of mind. It's a certain energy that you have that you just can't shake. This feeling of commitment is not something that you decide one day that you wake up, I feel committed today. No. You develop these feelings because of the lack of mistrust with yourself. You wake up and you're feeling like, oh man, I just down in the dumps today. I'm tired of being tired. You feel that. I'm just so tired of being tired. I'm gonna be great one day. I know that I am. I know that I'm successful. I know that I have what it takes. Mistakes and all. Here it is. I rolled out of bed. I saw the time. I'm like, fuck, it's now or never. Part of me was like, man, it'll be all right. I can miss the day. I'm good for it. They know me. They know my character. They know my spirit. But I'm thinking about, what's the one person that haven't subscribed yet that is holding my feet to the fire to see if he really gonna show up for 365 days. That person might not show up until the 366th day of next year. And just off the sheer will that I haven't missed a day, they like, man, dude kept his word. I might not like his content as I should, but like, hey, one thing about that dude, he gonna be consistent. He's gonna show up all the time because literally I watched him for a year. So maybe it's that person that I'm showing up for. I thought about that. I can't just say to myself, oh man, the subscribers don't care. I ain't even got that many anyway. It's somebody out there that's like, let's go do the math. Oh, he actually missed, 3 days. He only did 362 days. They're gonna do the math. And some people that just got that much time on their hand that they just want to catch you up and call you out. No, you can't call me out because I'm doing what I said I was gonna do. I'm showing up. Not only for y'all, but for myself first and foremost. Because I've let myself down so many different times. And it's not something that I'm proud of, but hey, I'm human. But also, I'm trying to tap into my human potential and show you just how great I am. Because guess what? It's possible, people. It's so possible. And the moment that you stop thinking and you start doing, you start to see traction. The moment you start taking action, you start subtracting the BS in your life. Action, I gotta coin that. Action minus distraction equals traction. Action minus subtraction equals traction. I love that right there. We're gonna start using that, y'all. Action minus distraction equals traction. Dog, that's one of them. Somebody already coined that already, but I mean, I love just what that speaks to, what that vibe is about that. What else we got here, y'all? What happens when you entertain the option? What happens, y'all? Let's be real. It always ends up in you choosing the lesser of the two evils. The lesser path of the two evils. It always happens. You end up doing the thing that you don't like. You end up calling the girl that you know you shouldn't be talking to. You end up eating the cookie. You end up eating all the bullshit. You end up having a couple of drinks, even though you say you was gonna have a sip or, one glass and then go home. You end up skipping leg day, and then that just leads to you not showing up for the gym for a whole month. So, what happens? Let's really reflect on what happens when we really go with our options that we have. Especially when you lay out all bad options on the table. When you say to yourself, oh man, let's see here. Like for instance, I said, okay, I could not show up today for the YouTube channel, the squad. I could just go out here and do a little 5-minute video. No, I do long form content. Or let's say I do one and I just post it at midnight because I got a little time before I go to work. No, you got to get a cat nap in. So why is you gonna skip that? That cat nap is important. Oh, what if I just make a video tomorrow, I post 2 videos, and act like I posted it yesterday? No, somebody's gonna know. My OG subscriber, shout out to her. She gonna be like, oh, he missed today. Man, imagine what that does for, my relationship with her or the rest of my subscribers. They're like, man, he said he was gonna be what he was gonna be talking about. Do I really want to keep putting my trust and my time into him? And some people be like, man, you human, bro. It's not about being human. It's about keeping my word to myself and showing up. And doing the unexpected, as always. Doing the work that nobody wants to do. Again, as I always say, everybody wants the fame and the glory. It takes early mornings and late nights. Man, I ain't go to sleep till probably 11 o'clock last night. I was testing out a sourdough cookie recipe, and let me tell you, they were great. That was the first time I had sugar in almost probably 5 months. And my body was like, and, but it's okay though, because again, I got to try my own product. I didn't give myself the option of just letting, the recipe tell me what it was going to be like and how it was going to taste. No. I allowed myself to be vulnerable and say, hey, this is just for one day. It's not a reoccurring theme. The cookies were good though, and we're gonna refine that recipe a little bit and keep dialing it in, because at some point it will be the staple of the things. And I'm starting to realize too, you don't make money off cookies, because between chocolate and butter, which are 2 key ingredients, premium ingredients, you don't make money off of it at all. It's one of those things that you're barely, it's an additive product. You're adding to, your arsenal to be able to sell other things. It's a value added product, that's all. But your margins on that are really, not too good. So, and then you would have to sell it. Like I was making, my recipe calls for 4-ounce cookies that are just like huge, but they're like nice and fluffy and have a thick gooey center. So it's good. Yeah, but this video is not about my cookie and my sourdough micro bakery. I mean, there's small sprinkles of it, but here's the thing. I showed up for myself yesterday, even though I didn't really want to be up that late making cookies and then to end the day with sugar. No. But I kept saying to myself, I need to dial in my sourdough recipes to figure out what other products that I want to make, because the farmer's market is coming up soon, y'all. And I don't know if I'll exactly make it to the first farmer's market of the year, but I want to give it a trial one, at least, maybe. I want to kind of I want to dial in all my recipes so that by the time the deadline occurs, which is probably going to be in about maybe March or end of April, if I got them in, then I can really sign up for a farmer's market, put my feet against the wall and say to myself, well, it's go time now. This is what you signed up for. And then I'm not giving myself the option, y'all. I'm making the decision to get in the game and compete. It's me versus me. The sooner that you guys realize that, the better you all will be. You'll be way far better off. The moment that you stop debating with yourself, it's going to be one of those come to Jesus moments. Like, man, I can do all things that Christ that strengthens me. Start saying things like that to yourself. And it evokes, a powerful emotion in you where you just say, man, I'm doing this, man. I can do this. I believe in y'all so much that it ain't even about that. I believe in y'all. And I hope y'all starting to believe in yourself, man, because y'all see the transformation in me. I'm showing up every day because I have a craft that I'm trying to perfect. Content-wise, profession-wise, in my Masonic career, in all aspects of my life, fatherhood, husbandry. I'm showing up every day for everybody. But most important, I gotta show up for myself every day. So let me ask you this. Are you showing up for yourself? But are you still negotiating? Which one? Some of y'all don't even know how to negotiate. Even when y'all do get the new job, y'all like, oh, well, you could be so overqualified for the job, but they only want to pay you $30 an hour. But you currently make $45 an hour. Or let's say 40 or 35. You just lay down. You say, oh, I'm willing to take whatever you're going to give me. A closed mouth don't get fed. You should be like, hey, this is my resume. This is what I did here from this year to this year for this past decade. And I got experience in these certifications here. So, I'm sorry. I thank y'all for the job opportunity and the interview, but also have another offer on the table. Are you guys willing to put me at $50? Because that's where I'm headed. That's what I demand. Especially if the pay range is between $30 and $60 an hour, or whatever that equates to from a salary standpoint. You can say to yourself, oh yeah, I'm worth this. And the moment you are able to articulate yourself and get your point across, like, yeah, no, this is what I'm demanding. This is what I bring to the table. Y'all got to pay to play. Y'all want me to be getting the game for y'all? Yeah, it's going to take this. So ask yourself that. What is it that I am willing to negotiate? What are your non-negotiables, right? Ask yourself that, because there's a lot of non-negotiables that I have. I'm not willing to just eat anything and put it into my temple. I'm not willing to live in a certain part of town in my city. I'm not willing to I'm not willing to wear certain brands. I'm not willing to conversate with certain people. I'm not willing to tell all my business to certain people. I'm not willing to do certain work. I'm not willing to be built for certain things. I'm not willing to deviate from my dreams and goals. So, with that being said, what are your non-negotiables? What is on your list that you refuse to negotiate on? I implore and encourage you to dial that in, to figure out what that's going to be for yourself. Write that down, put it up on the wall somewhere. Non-negotiables. Oh, actually, you got on the top of the page, am I doing today or am I negotiating? What actions? What are the actions on your